Hey there guys, I'm back to another game review. Today I'll be talking about Yoshi's Crafted World on the Nintendo Switch. I'm a huge fan of Yoshi's Woolly World on the Wii U. Honestly, one of the better titles on the Wii U, and unfortunately didn't sell well because it was on the Wii U. This explains why Nintendo later re-released the game on the 3DS titled Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. When Crafted World was first unveiled, it wasn't even called Crafted World, it was just a Yoshi for the Switch. I was very excited. It looked like that they were going to take the Woolly World concept, but add on top of it, like throwing objects into the background and interacting with other parts of the level, not just the background, but the foreground as well. Later on, the game still seemed good, but it never really hit the hype levels I experienced when it was initially announced. I was still looking forward to the game, but I wasn't necessarily hyped for it. I took my time playing this game on and off, and I recently just finished the main story. The game has been out for a month now, and no one's been really talking about it. Does this mean the game is bad, or did it kind of just fly under everyone's radar? The story for Crafted World is about Bowser Jr. and Kamek invading Yoshi's Island in order to get the Sun Dream Stone. After a tussle between the Yoshis and Bowser Jr., the Dream Gems get detached from the Sun Dream Stone and scatter across the world, and it's up to the Yoshis to retrieve said stones in order to restore peace to their island. Obviously, the story is just here to give us a reason for the adventure to happen, so my opinion of the story is it's not good, but it's not bad either. Gameplay wise, it's like most Yoshi platformers. You swallow enemies, you throw eggs. That is still the name of the game here. Nothing too different other than the ability to interact with the background and foreground. Collectibles to find throughout each level include the yellow coins, the red coins, and the sunflowers. The red coins allow you to buy cardboard costumes for Yoshi. Each little island has their own machine where you could buy costumes, and they vary in design. Also, they allow you to take a couple of extra hits before the hits eat away at your hearts. The red coins are there for completionist's sake. If you collect all 20 within a level, you get another sunflower. In addition to the red coins, if you collect 100 yellow coins and have full hearts at the end of the level, you'll also receive sunflowers for those accomplishments. The sunflowers unlock further parts of the game. As long as you're looking out for them and trying your best to get as many as you can within each level, you shouldn't have to backtrack just to get some sunflowers. After your initial run of each level, you can go back to the other side of the level and do this Poochie trial where you need to find Poochies in each level. Finding each one rewards you with a sunflower, and completing the trial within a certain amount of time, you'll also be rewarded with a sunflower. I didn't do many of these trials because I found it really pointless for my playthrough. Maybe if I was a completionist or was struggling to find sunflowers in normal levels, whatever platformer I'm playing, I always try my best to get as many collectibles / complete the level as best as I can. But in Crafted World, I struggled a lot because of how tedious getting everything in each level can be. Certain level design choices in the game felt really odd to me. Also, I feel like the background and foreground interaction was underutilized. This is the most unique aspect of the game, and it feels like an afterthought in most levels. The difficulty in Yoshi games isn't where the challenge necessarily comes from, but this game feels too easy. Woolly World, from what I can remember anyways, brought a slightly higher level of difficulty compared to Crafted World. The boss fights do admittedly bring a nice challenge, and most of them are resolved through trial and error, so you most likely won't beat a boss on your first run through, but afterwards, once you learn and adapt, you'll be able to get through it. Now, the real challenge in this game comes from the Poochie trials and obtaining all of the collectibles. I'm just left feeling that each level could have brought something a little bit more, whether it be in terms of the level design, or in difficulty, or even both. Still, Yoshi's Crafted World is a feel-good platformer, not a challenging one, but an overall fun time. Presentation-wise, it brings that feel-good vibe into the music and graphics as well. The whole idea that everything is made of arts and crafts is so cool. It's not running at 60 FPS and 1080p resolution, but it still looks good enough for a Nintendo Switch game. They probably would have made this game prettier, but they didn't want to have the game look drastically different between handheld mode and console mode. Overall, Yoshi's Crafted World is a fun time. If you're interested in a 7-ish hour platformer that is all about having fun, go for it. There is a 2-player mode, so if you want to play this with someone else, the game gives you that option to do so. I'm not the biggest fan of some of the level design choices or the lack of actual challenge in the normal levels, but hey, it's a Yoshi game we're talking about here. It's currently $60, which honestly is a little high for a game like this in my opinion. I think the $40 to $50 mark suits a game of this caliber more. My final recommendations are A, if you like what I've talked about, negatives and all, buy this game. B, rent the game if you're on the fence of buying it, or you know that you're never going to touch this game once you finish it. And C, still not necessarily impressed by what I've talked about. It's entirely okay to skip out on Yoshi's Crafted World. You're not going to miss out on too much if you do so. Whatever choice you make, whether it's A, B, or C, I hope my review was helpful for you to find out whether or not Yoshi's Crafted World is your game to play. Thank you guys for watching this video. I upload videos on Saturdays. Follow my social media accounts, Facebook and Twitter, for updates on my future videos. And yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. And I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers.